Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of the Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Let us continue. Now, if we're lucky, we're gonna finish the game in this recording. I bet we won't, but there's a chance. We've seen the death of the uncle, the father, the mother. We've seen the grandfather in a uh, previous hallucination or vision or whatever you want to call him, but he didn't die, I don't think. And then Ethan hasn't died. So, and Ethan in the last scene vision we saw said he was going to burn the Van de Graaff house. So if we come up here to the Van de Graaff house, maybe we can burn it? I don't know. He wants to burn the secret room he opened, where the sleeper allegedly is. Do we have anything to burn it with? I have that grenade. If I can just put the grenade in there and throw it, I should be fine. Look down here, just make sure. Why there would be anything here since we've already been all over this house would be a little confusing. And why we would be able to just put a grenade in this room now and not a couple hours ago would be a little confusing. But if that's not what we're supposed to do, I'm beyond confused. Read. Made potions. Magician said no. We already read that. Blaze reveals moonshine. NASA launches this. We already read that. We don't have any ability to interact. So I can't just... Well, actually, even trying to burn down this house might be the wrong thing, because it's magically protected. So do we need to go back to the Carter house? What's weird is after beating the last puzzle, we are kind of not getting our hand held at all. If it's not one of these houses, then I have to go question about going back to the very beginning of the game. If it's not at the very beginning of the game, I have to question, is it the one area that we didn't search? The only thing I know is that the dam has been turned off. So, Chad is gone, and then Dad is gone, Mom is gone, Travis is gone, and Grandpa is the only one still alive. We may have to invoke just running around as the solution. There's nothing in this house. Was it close the dam off and then turn it back on? Was it go in the mine now that the dam is closed off and see if you can go lower? That wouldn't make any sense. We never went this way. I think this is probably was blocked off because of the dam being turned on. And maybe now that it's closed we can walk. Maybe there's not currents. Maybe we're gonna walk in the middle of this lake or something along that line. I wouldn't put it past the game for the sleeper to be some like giant sea monster. Or just some giant monster in this lake. Little frame lock up there. Beautiful tree graphics, beautiful water graphics. And something my rig can't handle it. I did it to myself. I turned it all the way up for you, the viewer. But also, I think some of it comes right down to they just...
I've stepped through too many portals, been present in too many worlds simultaneously. Bits and pieces of me stay on the other side, waiting. Whenever I return, I bring parts of those worlds back. Do you know what ghosts are? They're sad, evicted things. Memories without homes.
So I wonder if I'm ending the game by walking through here. I will say there is an achievement for getting an unfinished story. I think I might be potentially getting that by just walking through this section. Otherwise, I'm just going through the location that I didn't go through before. We got new dialogue, but that may have just been because we walked through a gate. It kind of explains what he is and what he does a little bit better. This is the path that I thought before we'd missed. Well, we did miss it, but turns out it was just a straight path to the mine. So we could have kind of skipped some stuff. All these electricity boxes. You don't need these mini generators for as little as actually is going on. Alright, so we're back here. So in the drawing of this world, everything kind of points pushes you back to the mine. I don't think that's the right direction we're supposed to go, but it clearly is where you end up if you just keep going straight. So where does this go? I'm now just running because I think we need to go back to the beginning of the game. Going to the church doesn't seem like it would make any sense. We went to the Vanishing and Carter house, there was nothing there, as far as I can tell. The only item that we interacted with that made any sense was the dam. But it wouldn't make a lot of sense to turn it off and then turn it back on. Not without some kind of feedback. If it made a creaking, if it in some way, probably you would need the main character say, sounds like I should continue doing that, or something along those lines. Even if if the game was being sarcastic and said, sounds like I shouldn't do that, that would be somewhat helpful, but it still would scare a lot of people to do it a second time. And we haven't interacted with anything else multiple times in a row, as far as I recall. So that bridge and generator is off. What does that do? Valve's closed. Therefore, water shouldn't maybe be flowing as powerful, but it seems like it is. Flowing just as powerful. Usually there's an overflow, so if you closed one valve, it would just overflow into another. And we're going back to the really weird, dense forest part now. Just because we have no better idea. Did I just miss something down there? Completely? Should I have gone back into that building and seen if maybe Ethan had found his father? Or Travis found Ethan? Maybe I didn't thoroughly search enough. This looks like the overflow section. This looks like that might even be something to interact with at some point. There's a dam. Yeah, maybe if I could throw the grenade and break that dam, I would try the riverbed. Seems really strange for a potential option. Did we ever go this far? About halfway through this episode and we still haven't gone or found anything. that's as far as we can go. For a second there, I thought it was gonna just let me find a path down the railroad. So this area is seemingly completely cut off. Now, possibly has been for a long time, possibly before his parents went crazy and his family went crazy, possibly afterwards. This almost feels like we're just revisiting the whole world now, unintentionally. Now when I play the Redux version, I have to, for just fair comparison, play it with the same settings. But I should, and I will stack up to this, I should have just put it on default high and not cranked everything up to maximum. Because there's high, and then there's very high, and then there is custom, and custom with it all cranked up to maximum is what it is at right now. Yeah, if we could blow up this, it would flow. But how could I blow it up? If I could knock these rail cars over there, it might work. But that seems so not what this game is about. That seems silly. This looks like that would have been a cave that you might have been able to enter. This is very Skyrim-esque. It's all focused on the graphics, though. No gameplay, really. Not a lot of gameplay, at least, happening here. Well, if we make it to the end, and well, the beginning, as it is, if we make it back to the beginning and we don't find anything, then I guess we need to run back to where the last thing we did find was. This is just the amazing shocker of a experience was. Just a spaceman out of nowhere. And I know for a fact that one of the things improved upon the Unreal Engine 4 was just how far you could render the distance of things. So I imagine we will see a marked improvement. It will be kind of a boring series if we don't. If the Unreal Engine 4 version of this is just unnoticeably the same as the Unreal Engine 3 version. That we might quickly fall into just speed running this game if that becomes the case. I don't see multiple solutions to any of these puzzles being realistically viable. You're in some tall grass. Problem here is we're hearing music everywhere. It's either because we're just in mood music areas, or the puzzle is everywhere. Now, the puzzle is the entire game. Okay, if that is the actual case, I'm gonna be frustrated already. You can't make a game with no hand-holding and then tell me, oh, the final puzzle has been laid out throughout the whole game so sneakily that the only thing I now have is a hand grenade. That's the one item that, to my knowledge, I picked up and never put right back down. The scissors, the knife, both of those got put back down. I know I said earlier I thought we were picking up and keeping weapons, but then as I got to thinking about it, no, actually we put the scissors right back where they were, and we put the knife right back where it was supposed to go. If they could do anything, just like have the birds every 4 minutes fly towards the next puzzle. That would be a cool mechanic. It would still be kind of confusing to most people because of that, but at least that would point the more observant people towards where the goal is. Right now I have no idea where the goal is. I'm just going back to the beginning because I believe that might be the right thing to do. See, he had fuel, and if he was taking the fuel, he was going this way, I believe. I mean, he was either fueling up the thing on purpose to ride it out, which doesn't make a lot of sense, or he was carrying the fuel this way because the room is this way? It's gonna be rather irritating if it turns out that there was one spot where you could have put the grenade to burn down the house, and it was just not in that room. So, nothing makes sense. Now, nothing is really indicating why this would be the right direction at all. Yeah, nothing is really indicating why this would be the right direction. Let's see, if the bridge was fixed and you got on the rail cart and you went this way, I think in theory you'd be able to escape. but we already tried that. We walked towards the light. In fact, even got an achievement for walking towards the light there. But yeah. This is where the sap was. That story. And now it's, I think, missing. No, it's over here. Is this a pack of cigarettes? It all comes back to fire. So let's run back to Travis's and look at what happens again. Because we haven't found the grandpa. And my thought is, maybe we're supposed to find the grandpa's body, maybe we won't. But this is the latest bit of evidence. This happened latest.
Listen to me. We can destroy it. I know how.
You can't destroy it, Ethan. You can't destroy time. And that's what he is. He is forever.
Gale, honey, I wish there was another way.
I don't think we know who Gale is.
Travis, tell me where Ethan is. Now.
I'm giving the sleeper what he wants. What all of us want. Look, old man, you need to go home.
No. Ethan, run, goddammit. Go! Get out of here! Travis, close your eyes.
Grandpa? Stay away!
Ethan, I'm sick too. I can feel the sleeper in my head.
Then fight it! I have to destroy the room!
Corvus, I'm sorry. Ethan,
Oh no!
I can't let you do that.
So Ethan ran this way. It was somewhere here, and he ran this way. So we saw him run this way. What it doesn't really make sense is why did he come this direction? No, that doesn't make any sense. Why would he have come all the way this direction? He would have had to walked right past the room. What was the deal about the oil? Maybe he was trying to siphon it from the thing to get fuel? Maybe we missed the whole thing where it said oil storage and we should have grabbed that. Well, frame jitteriness and locking be damned. I think we gotta run. If there was only a way down here. There, that would make sense. I mean, it totally feels like this should be a whole different section. Look on the road. There's no more of those access panels until you get to this. So maybe that is just an artistic decision. An access panel here. So he was talking about burning the room even then, in the very first one. We've looked at the room, and unless there's something else, I think we just screwed up. That's my suspicion. Is that we just screwed up. Not we. I won't blame you in any way for this. This was my mistake. We have an inspection thing. Maybe that is part of it too. Maybe that's not bugged. The inspect very well may. Seems like we could stop. Interesting. Seems like we could stop at possibly a different height. But unless there's some trick to this, I don't see what the point is. Look, it's bugged even. We didn't ever look up here. Nope, nothing there. Is it still traveling up there? Or did we just screw ourselves out of ever using that elevator again? Nah. No, we're fine. Well, we're not quite fine. Actually, we're instead quite confused. I'm hearing quiet now. So maybe the music is going to indicate to us that we are in the wrong section. I don't know. We're going to have to end this recording here. Just an entire recording of confusion. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.